Here's the solution for the week 16 Bellwork Day 1. Here's a data table. Use your calculator's statistic features to decide if the data is best modeled with a linear function, exponential function, or logarithmic function. There's two ways we can do this. One, if you type that into the calculator and then graph the statistics plot, you can look to see, does it look like the dots line up in a straight line, which would be linear? Does it look like the dots are increasing like this, which is exponential? Or does it look like the dots are increasing like this, which is logarithmic? The other option is you can have the calculator calculate the value of r. Whichever value of r is closer to 1, then you know that's the best fit. So let's bring the calculator on screen and push Stat and then Choice 1 Edit, and then enter in the x and y values for List 1 and List 2. You'll notice that those are already entered in. Now we want to look at the stat plot. So push the second key and then stat plot, which is the same button up here as y equals. And we'll use the first plot and push enter. We want to turn the plot on by pushing enter. It's okay to leave the plot as dots, and list 1 and list 2 are what we want. So now push graph. It's going to graph the dots, but they might not all be in view. So push zoom and then stat plot, which is choice 9. Now all the dots show up. So does this look like that a line would best fit those dots, an exponential curve, or a logarithmic curve? It doesn't really look exponential because it has this shape here. But is it a line that's best, or is a logarithmic curve going to be the best fit? So we should probably calculate the values of r to be sure. So stat, and then the calculate menu, linear regression, enter, and then scroll down to where the word calculate is and push enter. The r value for the linear function is 0.96. Now let's go stat, over to calculate, and go down to exponential function. Although just visually, I don't think it's exponential. Click enter, scroll down to calculate, and push enter. This time the r value is 0.90. That's a smaller r value than for linear. So an exponential is not the best fit. Now let's try logarithm. Stat, go over to calculate, and go down to the logarithm function. There it is, natural log regression. Push enter, and scroll down to calculate, and enter. This time the r value is 0.99. That is the highest r value, even better than the r value for the linear. So the scatter plot for that data has a logarithmic model. It has some pretty rapid growth early on, and then as it goes, it still has growth going upwards, but much slower growth.